Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well and staying safe. For this video, we'll be going through an unboxing of the Furai model Starscream. And this is from Transformers, released by Flame Toys back in 2018. So just going through another Furai model that is currently on hand with me. The previous one being the G1 version of Optimus Prime. But here we have Starscream, one of the many Seekers that they basically released, unsurprisingly. I do have a few more of these Furai models to build at some point in time in the future. I have done one Optimus before, but they'll probably come through at a later time, as opposed to trying to shuffle in half a dozen of these right now. With all that aside, here we have the front of the Starscream model kit box, with Starscream relatively front and center. Interestingly enough, he is holding his null rays as handheld weapons, as opposed to having them on his arms, which is fine. They did do that. I, for one, do generally prefer the more arm-mounted look. In terms of the model, based on the artwork, Starscream should actually look very, very interesting. Not a complete carbon copy of his Generation 1 self, but definitely somewhat stylized. You can definitely see some of the influences, so that's pretty cool. So that's the front of the box. Bottom of the box, nothing too much to say. Side of the box is just a bit of a close-up on his head and upper body. Top of the box is same as the bottom, and the other side is just a bit of a continuation of the artwork. In terms of the back of the box, we do have some more interesting things. So we have a bit of a blurred out image of Starscream throughout the back of the box. In the middle here we have the front and rear shot of Starscream. Few poses to show off some of the articulation that is possible, and I will admit that is quite impressive, especially some of these crouched poses as well. Bit of a view of what is to be expected. So definitely a few runners, color wise, blue, red, I dare say some type of grey, black, and it looks like there will be clear parts included, allegedly for eyes and the windows of his cockpit. That's pretty cool. So I guess a bit of a close shot of that. That's pretty cool. So that was a look of the outside of the box. In terms of the inside, what do we have? Construction bin, which is expected. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of runners. It's actually quite interesting, because now that I've done the unboxing for the Blitzwing model kit from Trumptier, it just feels weird looking at this Starscream kit, because everything is pretty much your traditional model kit. Nothing has really been pre-painted or colored, which does make me wonder, am I going to find a huge sticker sheet in here? My gut says yes, and looking at that little thing that's trying to peek out of the manual, I feel like it's a yes. I'll crack open these bags and then we will have a better look at the runners as well as page through the manual and see if there really is indeed a very large sheet of stickers. And with everything now out of the bags, here we have the front of the manual with a nice image of Starscream. Can't tell if it's supposed to be just a CGI image of the kit or the actual kit. It's too hard to tell. Or it's the actual kit, just really touched up in Photoshop. In terms of the back of the manual, just a few little warnings and attention steps, how to put things together, and just some images of Starscream as well. First part of the manual. So up here we will have a nice parts list, and in color, which is actually quite nice. And there will be a decent sized sticker sheet. It's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. With a bit of luck, nothing will wrap around any curved areas. In terms of the build, starts off with the body units. Now, looking at this, I feel the main torso and waist will actually be a lot more sturdier than the very first Optimus Prime kit they released, which is good because I think that is where some of my grievances with the kit came into play. So it's still building through the body, actually going through the wings, which actually looks quite cool. Building of the arm units, they will say build it in twos. So you're basically building your left and your right arms at the exact same time. You will have some different hand manipulators. And then the head unit for Starscream. And the leg units, which, similar to the arms, is pretty much a ×2. And there will be a few things to differentiate between a left side and a right side. And then completing everything, so there will be the upper body, waist, midsection and head being put together, cockpit, the wings and back piece with the sticker numbers being referenced. Unfortunately, you don't actually get to see where the stickers will be on the kit, in the sense of actually having it within the imagery. You will just be told where it actually goes. So probably worthwhile cross-referencing images like that just to give you an idea. And the weapons. That's pretty cool. I mean, even the completed version will look quite snazzy. So that was the very short manual for Starscream. In terms of the included sticker sheet, which I will admit is very glossy. And with a bit of an air bubble, which is a bit of work. So we have some Decepticon logos, some detailing, and I suspect most of this will basically be for the wings. Which is okay. Wings being wings, they're relatively flat. Hopefully some of the ends won't need to try and wrap around the very tips of the wings. So that was a very large sticker sheet. In terms of the runners, we have 3 A runners, all in blue. So we have a single A1, most of which is your hand manipulators. And then we have 2 A2s, which is a carbon copy, and given that there's 2 of them, you would expect some form of lefts and rightsies. My guess is probably a little bit of arms, a little bit of legs. Best guess. So those are the 3 A runners. We have 2 B runners, carbon copy still, in a light grey. The null rays look quite large, which is actually quite cool. We will have the wings, which do look very nicely detailed. I'd imagine probably legs, bits of shoulders, And why have one face when you can have two? So those are the B runners in that light grey. We have, I believe, 3 C runners. C1 being in a bit of a darker grey, if not black. And then 2 C2s being carbon copies, being in a more standard grey tone. So those are those. We have 3 Ds. So D1, actually more of a polycap type runner. So it is a bit of the rubbery type consistency. So that was D1. That's also in a grey. We have D2. Not as rubbery, but does actually, no, they don't actually say what it's made out of. Another grey type runner. And then we have D3, which is pretty much translucent orange, and the eyes which have been pre-painted to red. So those are the 3 included D runners. We have 1 E runner in red. Detailing on these actually isn't too bad, so there's definitely some panel lining opportunities here without going too crazy and overboard. I'd imagine, once again, a bit of shoulders maybe. Oh, then again, the red is mainly in his chest area, so probably chest and back and torso, actually. Probably a better representation. So that was the E runner. And then lastly, we have a F runner. That's gone back into a bit of a lighter grey. So that'll probably wrap up bits of the torso. I think that will be the folded up version of his nose cone. And these, well, I suspect that's probably still chest area. That's probably definitely chest area. And this may in fact it should be the shoulders. So that was the F runner. So that brings us to an end of the unboxing of the Furai model Starscream. I'm actually glad that I kept Starscream here with me. He does look like he'll be a very interesting kit to put together. And now that I've had that quick look at the torso, waist, midsection build, it looks like it actually should be a bit more improved design compared to the first Optimus Prime release. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Interesting to figure out where I did put my Optimus. He's somewhere. He's chilling. It's okay. He's definitely somewhere. But yeah, especially to bring him back out once I've done Starscream, the other Prime, and maybe even Bumblebee and Blitzwing. For some reason I was about to say Ramjet, which is understandable given I did actually just post and publish that video and Instagram post, so it's probably why I've got Ramjet on the brain. Next video, I haven't decided what I'm doing. I might do one more Transformers video, in which case it actually will not be a model kit. I haven't decided yet because it's one of those, I should do it because I need to do it, but it will be highly experimental with how I do it. But it is a foot in the door of content that I have been meaning to progress into, so we will see. Definitely stick around and see what the next video after this is. With a bit of luck, it is still a Transformers video, otherwise it has potentially gone back to Gunpla. Either. We'll see. At some point in time I need to jump into the deep end and just do it and just work with what I have and improve accordingly. Thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a like, a comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the content. All of this does help support the channel, and I do greatly appreciate it. Extra content can also be found on my Instagram account, link below. Stay safe and take care, and I will catch you all in the next video. See ya.